Hey guys, Chris here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a very big step on this build. We're gonna take out the 7M-GE once and for all. I am so excited about this. We still have a long way to go, but this is a big step for me. I think once we pull this engine out, we are committed to put something else back in. And of course, as you guys know, that is the I'm about to say 7M, the 1JZ GTE VVTi. So one of the first things I need to do is drain the fluids out of the engine. So after I drain the coolant, I'm actually gonna run distilled water through the system without the thermostat. The heater core and the radiator are pretty much gonna still be in the car, and I wanna get all the old fluid out of there. Right now this has like the green fluid in there, and I wanna run the red Toyota fluid. One other thing I need to do is also just organize the workbench so I don't mix up the 7M and the 1JZ parts. That is a lot dirtier than I thought it would be. I need to depressurize the fuel system, so I want to go ahead and do that right now while I still have some oil and water in the car. I think that should be good. So one other thing I probably need to remember to do is to drain the fuel tank before putting in the 1JZ, because this car's been sitting for a while, and I think I did put in a gallon or two a few months ago, but who knows when I'm gonna get the 1JZ back in here. So before that happens, I probably need to drain the tank and fill it with fresh fuel as well. If you guys are wondering what the noise is in the background, it's the air conditioner right there. Lifesaver in Texas. Got it to about a trickle. There's not much left in the radiator. It's a little bit cleaner now. Not as much as I would have hoped, but it's actually pretty good. You know, I'd probably have to do it at least a couple more times to get everything completely out of there. The good news is there's no sign of oil in the coolant. So, but yeah, there's the first time I pulled it out, and there's the second time. Oh, fuck. Now that I have all the oil and coolant out of the car, I'm gonna go ahead and start disconnecting stuff from the engine, all the wires, all the cables, the hoses, and pretty much anything else that'll make it easier for me to just pull this engine out. There are 3 bolts connecting the upper part of the header to the lower part, and they are a pain to get to. This mess of a harness is still not out. Not sure if you can see it there, but the last thing remaining here is like, I think the evap, which I'm gonna have to delete because this is just a pain. So I've got all the starter wires, there's a couple other wires going to the back of the car somewhere, but this harness comes through and some of it goes that way, but like a bunch go here down between the 4th and the 5th cylinder on the intake manifold, and it is just, wow. I know I'm doing things the harder way. Okay, so I have the exhaust manifold out now, and I know I keep changing my mind, and I also said I was gonna pull off the exhaust manifold and the intake manifold. Why, I don't know. I just initially thought it's gonna be easier to just take that off, leave the harness in the car, but that's not gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave the intake manifold on there. I still don't know where to pull it though on this side. I think like one of these bolts back here might be strong enough, but that's just kind of what's scaring me right now, is it's just one bolt, whereas the part here, it's kind of held on to the head by two bolts right here. So this I feel like is stronger, and I'm really not sure about pulling it on this side. Kind of what I looked up online, a lot of people are just pulling it from right here. So we're just gonna kind of go for it. So the first engine mount is right here. It's really easy to access since I have the exhaust manifold out, but basically it's a 17mm. You can get a wrench on there. Here's the one under the intake. It's a lot harder to get to because I have the intake still on there, but it's right down there. Same thing, it's a 17. And you can get a 17 through here and then just use a 21 cheater. Alright guys, so I broke down and got a load leveler from Harbor Freight. I didn't initially want to get one because I thought I could just do it without it. But just thinking about it and where it bolts up to, I think a load leveler just is going to make it easier. I have it on this bolt here, which is a 14mm and it's pretty thick. The other chain I have on an exhaust manifold bolt, and that exhaust manifold bolt is pretty sturdy as well. So I feel like we're good on this side. On this side, I have it on this hook. And on this side, I'm still kind of not sure, but I have it on this bolt here. But the only problem is this bolt's not as thick as the other three. I think it'll hold, but there's always a chance it could bend or break. Seems sturdy, is just thinner than the other bolts, so I'm gonna try to risk it. We'll see how it goes. If you guys want to roast me in the comments, if this engine falls and just ruins my car, I'll deserve it. But let's just go ahead and try and see how it goes, and hopefully get this engine out today. shit. Alright. Alright, so I already got the shifter out. I did not record that part. Pretty easy to take it off. Just take off the 4 bolts holding down the rubber boot, and then the 4 bolts holding the shifter into the transmission. Got it out. Shit. Woo! And this. Oh, here's the other one. Oh, I got it. Everything else looks like it's awesome. Holy shit! Alright, so I have the engine just here on this cardboard here. I'm gonna kind of mess with it a little bit off camera just to kind of get it situated. There's the engine bay. And I kind of lifted up the back of the car a little bit to give more room right here. I guess that sent fuel from the fuel tank up, and some of the fuel lines started leaking onto the floor. So I kind of had to put them up so they're, elevated a little bit. The only thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit, just a couple scratches here. And my car has a lot of fade anyway, and it already had scratches over here, but just a couple. I don't know if this was there already, but this one I think was caused by that. But other than that, I tried to really make sure to not damage anything. this was pretty exciting. I gotta say, I'm relieved that it's out of there. I'm super excited. I didn't really have all the steps. I just kind of started doing stuff. You know, I've taken out transmissions and engines before, but never the 7M. So as far as like what to disconnect in what order, I didn't really have that all down pat. But hopefully at least it helped you with motivating you guys to try something like this that can be daunting and maybe something you haven't done, but you want to do it. Because for me, this was like a big step to do because I just knew it was going to take so long. Getting this fully out of there now is awesome. I am so excited for the next step. And then in the next video, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to do a deep clean of this engine bay and just see like the condition of how everything is under here. All the leaks that have been in here, like power steering leak, some fuel leaks, coolant splashing everywhere. Just want to really just get it cleaned out and ready for the 1JZ. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I really do appreciate it if you made it to the end of the video. If this video helped you out or motivated you in any way, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you're interested in more Supra or FRS content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.